Philosophy is a discipline that challenges pupils to grapple with the big questions in life. The University of Alabama at Birmingham is the perfect place to tackle these tough questions. Let's dive in and see if we can learn a little bit more about the program.
I just don't think that's what constitutes being alive.
Well, it may not be life in the biological sense, but being alive is just so much more than just biological function.
Yes, just as I predicted. The meaning of life, one of philosophy's most prominent pursuits.
Actually, this is minds and machines.
So we're trying to figure out if artificial intelligence can think in the same way humans do.
And whether or not that means robots are alive.
Well, that's not entirely what I had anticipated, but I'm sure you do have other classes where you explore the deeper questions of the cosmos, don't you?
Yeah. Look, if you got more questions about our curriculum, I know who you should talk to.
I've just been in one of your philosophy classes and found your students discussing robots. Is philosophy all about robots these days?
Well, the cool thing about philosophy is it's kind of about everything.
Go on.
Philosophy asks fundamental questions about the nature of reality, about what is true, about how we ought to live our lives, and then provides a set of skills for thinking through them clearly, refining those questions and pursuing their answers in systematic ways. It's less about passing along a particular subject matter and more about careful reasoning to well-grounded conclusions.
Now that sounds like philosophy. Why didn't I hear anything like that in their classes?
You probably did. It just doesn't always come off sounding like Aristotle or the existentialists. But the skills students pick up in our classes can be applied to any topic, even robots.
So what does this curriculum prepare your students for after they graduate?
They do really well in just about everything they do. They consistently score the highest on postgraduate exams like the GRE and MCAT, and their flexible and critical thinking skills are highly sought after by employers in a number of fields. In fact, I know a graduate who would love to tell you about how our program prepared her for her job. You should talk to her.
Here we are with a former philosophy student that uses her degree every day in the workplace. So Amanda, what did you do with your philosophy degree?
Well, I'm actually the director of the Magic City Acceptance Center, which is a safe, supportive, and affirming space for youth, children, and adults in the Birmingham area. But we provide so much more than just support. We provide art programs, movie nights, drop-in hours, support groups, and a queer prom each summer to over 100 youth.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. How did you get here from philosophy?
Philosophy is amazing. It teaches you so much more than you would ever expect, and so many skills that I use here on a daily basis. Things like thinking critically, how to make diplomatic arguments, and so much more. I really don't think I'd be as successful if I had gone into anything but philosophy.
That's fortunate that you were able to find such a unique way to use your degree, but is there really a marketplace for philosophy majors?
Absolutely. So many of my friends are in law school, med school. Philosophy can be applied to so many different fields.
Well, there you have it. It's clear to me now that students who choose to be philosophy majors have endless opportunities to become engaged thinkers in whatever field they choose, especially those at UAB.